lazy afternoon in a quiet little town, the kind where the sun filtered through half-closed curtains, painting golden stripes across the floor. Behind a small bakery, a cat named Marmalade stretched out on a sun-warmed patch of cobblestone. His fur was deep orange and pale cream, like swirled dessert, fitting since the air around him always smelled of cinnamon rolls and bread. Marmalade wasn't owned by anyone, but everyone claimed him. Mrs. Langley, the baker, left him milk. School children stopped to scratch his chin and tell him their day. He had a gift for finding the coziest spots, empty fruit crates, warm rooftops, hollows in old oak trees. He also had a talent for slipping into places unnoticed. Once, he ended up inside the library and curled atop a stack of books until morning. His life was predictable: nap, wander, snack, repeat. But that day, a crumpled piece of paper tumbled along the alley, pushed by a soft breeze. Marmalade's amber eyes followed it as it slipped under a half-open gate leading to the abandoned greenhouse. He had seen the place before but never entered. The glass panes were dusty, some cracked. The wood sagged with age. People said it had belonged to a gardener who vanished years ago. Marmalade slipped inside. The air was earthy with a faint sweet note. Sunlight pierced the broken roof, turning dust motes into drifting gold specks. The paper had landed near an old workbench. Marmalade sniffed it, ink, lavender. As he explored, his paw brushed something metallic under ivy, a small brass key, tarnished but whole. His tail twitched. He patted deeper, weaving through cracked pots and roots until at the far end he found a wooden box half buried under soil sacks. The lock was rusted and the key fit perfectly. Inside were folded papers and dried flower petals, lavender stronger now. Marmalade batted one out. A letter, its looping handwriting elegant, the pressed flowers carefully placed. A voice startled him. "Well, I haven't seen this place in years." An elderly woman in a faded blue dress stood at the doorway, silver hair pinned neatly back. She stepped in, eyes soft with memory. When she saw Marmalade by the open box, she gasped and picked up a letter. "These were mine, I thought I'd lost them." She explained that the greenhouse belonged to her late husband. They had grown flowers here together, and after he passed, she'd stayed away. The letters were ones they had written to each other long ago, hidden for safekeeping, then forgotten. She smiled at Marmalade. "Thank you, little one." Before leaving, she set a saucer of cream on the dusty floor. Marmalade lapped it up as she carried the box away. In the weeks that followed, the greenhouse began to change. The woman returned, clearing debris, replacing glass, planting seeds. Marmalade made it part of his route, napping in sunbeams or chasing loose petals. She brought him treats, bits of chicken, biscuits, milk. The scent of lavender grew stronger, mingling with fresh blooms. The town noticed people came to buy flowers or simply visit. The greenhouse, once silent, was filled with laughter and color. Marmalade basked in the attention, children giggling when he brushed their legs, visitors snapping photos of him among the plants. One evening, as the sun cast golden light through the glass, Marmalade sat at the doorway while the woman locked up. She looked down. "If you hadn't wandered in, I might never have come back here," she said, stroking his fur. He leaned into her hand. For all his roaming, he had found a place where he belonged, not because someone claimed him, but because he had become part of its story. From then on, the alley behind the bakery wasn't his only home. He had two: the bustling street of bread and coffee and the quiet greenhouse filled with flowers and sunlight. And in his quiet way, Marmalade seemed to know that sometimes the smallest steps lead to the biggest changes.